Okay, I'm about to add or create my Facebook profile. I just don't know where to start, or even if I want to start, actually. And I don't actually know what to do with this now. So I probably need some help. With my Facebook profile picture, I have decided that I will probably use a picture with me being at home, because I probably want to separate my working life from my home life. But I'm not sure how that fulfills Goffman's theory, because I'm not managing roles. I will just have myself and my home life evident, and I probably won't connect with anybody that's not connected to me at home. So really I'm just extending my identity at home online, but that doesn't include my working life. Do I want to put on this when everyone at home knows where I work? Do they really need to know? There's a reason I haven't had a Facebook profile before now. Write about yourself. No, I don't want to write about myself. This is just a hideous nightmare. Why don't I want to write about myself? I actually don't know. Because I'm worried that when people read it, they'll think, well, that's a lie. So actually, I am performance managing. I want to give a really good impression of myself, even though I know the people that I'm connecting with are actually my family who know me anyway. About me. Okay, this is interesting as well. Probably not to you lot, this is my audience. The first thing I was going to write was I'm a programme manager at Bridgewater College. Is that clearly how I see myself? But I didn't want to write anything else. I didn't want to write that I'm a wife and mother, because that sounds just rubbish. I'll just put programme manager at Bridgewater College. What did you write in the about you bit, about me bit?
I put my name, how old I am.
I'm not doing that.
I find it amusing that you'll write that you're a programme manager at Bridgewater College, but you won't put that in your work in education. But you put that in your about you.
Yeah. This is where have you worked? I'm just a bit confused.
You put that where you currently work.
Oh, I see. Okay, well that's fine. it looks like my whole life at the moment, if you look at this, is
Bridgewater
College. That is my life.
Which is interesting because you said you wanted it to be
about my home life. And now everything you can see so far is about my work life. So my written comments creatively are about work, but I want my images to be about home. But I'm not prepared to write wife, mother, dog owner. How weird. Okay, add a favourite quote. What does that mean? Add a favourite quotation. Why would I want to add a quotation? That is quite creative, I suppose. And that would involve conscious thought, and it'd be part of the exhibition process. I'm going to have to think about that one, because I think that probably says quite a lot about people. What goes around comes around.
I might even have wrote that, you know.
I'd probably not.
I'll have to check that out, because how awful would that be if I misquoted a quote? What impression would that give of me? That I'm a complete idiot. I know that anyway. Add to relationships. Why? Okay, fine. I will. Is that the most important one? Who said that?
Me. Mine's just nothing now.
Is that a dodgy question to ask?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. Having just done that filling out the information, which I found actually quite difficult, you are quite restricted to that template structure, which would suggest your creativity is limited by technology. But it'd be interesting to kind of work out if other people have worked their way around that or manipulated it in some way. I've got friends.
Go on to that.
That little red box.
That little red
You
box.
currently have no friends, so.
What does that say about me? Do you
Larry?
judge people having no friends? Really?
Actually, something I find quite interesting is if someone adds you and they've got a low amount of friends, you automatically think, I'm not accepting them because they're fake.
No,
so you could have someone with like 100 friends, and I get a bit like cautious of them.
Really?
Because I'm so used to seeing people with about 800 friends.
Oh my
I've only
gosh!
got 100.
What about you, Rory? How many have you got?
Oh, if they've got more than like 500 to 800 friends, I will be more suspicious than if they had like
Right.
Really?
Okay.
200 or 300.
Okay, so this is me managing my backstage region via my front stage region, actually, I think. My theory is that actually on Facebook, the backstage and front stage regions are merged, but you can allow access to backstage. I don't want people to have access. I'm going to set privacy settings before I accept any friends. Would that be the right thing
But if
to
you
do?
accept them, they'll still be able to see. It's only people you're not friends with.
No, you can set it. You can
Okay.
set it. So
You can set it so it's on something called a restrict.
It is overly complicated.
That it is actually
It's very,
overly
very complex.
complicated. And the language they use assumes that you know what they're actually meaning and what they're talking about. Of course I don't. So it's very easy just to happily click your way through this without actually really understanding what you're doing and what you're committing yourself to. Again, that kind of structure agency debate. I think if you are a seasoned user of Facebook, then you can manipulate it and you can work in and around it. Myself, no, I'm very, very restricted to this template and the instructions that they're giving me. I don't know what I'm doing, basically. The more I'm doing this, the more I'm actually getting into this now.
There's loads of them. If you click them all, there's loads of different little...
Is that? Let's have a look at health and wellness. Weight loss. 20 years. But do I want people to know that? Not really. Although I do tell everyone. It's different telling people face to face than it is online.
It's permanent if it's online.
Yes, it's a record. It's like an archive that is permanently there. But research has shown that actually you're more willing to expose more online. But I'm actually finding the opposite. I'm happier to expose more face to face. So far I haven't been very creative, have I? If my research is on creative constructions of identity, so far I've been quite restricted by the template structure. Okay, what about likes? Because that can be quite creative, can't it? If I click on likes, how does that help? What do I do now?
So you can pick
your favourite music,
anything,
book, movie,
really.
TV shows. Although that would say a lot about you again, so it's up to you whether you'd want people to know what you're watching, you know.
Yeah, and again,
that's
quite orchestrated, isn't it? That's quite carefully considered. My choices that I make are really very carefully considered.
People's
to
very
think about
judgmental.
how people then will judge me on it.
Yeah.
And you can like anything.
Can I?
Anything.
I think I'm going to have to think about my profile picture, my quote, my inspirational people, and also I'm going to have to think about, which I didn't realise I'd have to think about, how much I actually want to exhibit online. I know my motivations would just be to extend my identity, and the only reason for doing that would be to stay in contact with my family, who I'm in contact with anyway. Thank you. Motivations for using Facebook?
Keeping in touch with old friends and finding new friends.
Following music bands I like and stuff.
More just staying in contact with friends, really, keeping up to date with everyone, planning things more useful actually, and just talking really.
I don't know, just like socialising and boredom. Boredom takes me to Facebook.
Maintaining a social presence.
Keeping in touch with people who live far away and sharing experiences and memories and stuff with people.
I like to keep in touch with events and keeping in contact with my friends.